Good evening. I finally made it online. How about that? I've got a pretty good signal here, and it's been doing pretty well. So let's hope it holds out tonight. How's everybody doing? Out running errands. Okay. See you guys next time. Hi. Jane. Hope you're doing good. Hey, Dawn. I've been texting you. I don't know if it's going through or not. Sometimes my phone signal here hasn't been the greatest. So just let me know if you're not seeing my text. It might be my AT. No. Nice orange chicken and rice. All right. That's your food talk. It's good to see you too. Hi, Cindy. Nice to see you. But no, so I'm not sure. That's so crappy. I don't know why. Half the time, even with phone calls, I'll be in the middle of a call and it'll just drop. So there's something about this state forest and my AT&T signal that's not working exactly right. Ken and Carla called me the other day and I had to actually, and their call dropped in the middle of a conversation. So I went outside and called them back and we were able to talk like that. But I don't know, inside the trailer, I'm having trouble. It's late for you. It's not late. It's only 7 o'clock. It's just been dark for almost 2 hours. I don't know about you guys, but that's the one thing I don't like about standard time is it gets dark so fast in the evening. And I think that just makes you tired, or it does me. So I don't know. You're not in Illinois. It is 6 p.m. there. So to the time difference, I guess that's all we can say about it. 5 p.m. here, sun's still shining. Um, there. I'm trying to think. It still should be setting by about 5:30. So I don't know. How's the weather been out there though, Dawn? Has it been nice so far? Yeah, you don't like it. I mean that we changed um, and there we go. I had to say something and then I got a blink. It's bad enough that we went through a time change, but then you guys went through a time zone change. So that had to be a little confusing. Hi, Tracy. How are you? It's been hovering around 87. Wow, that's pretty warm. It got up to 80 or 81 here today. I'm not exactly sure, but today a little cooler. It's supposed to get really cool here come Tuesday. You like it? Oh, well, good. I'm glad to hear that. It's it's been a little bit worse for me because it gets dark. My body just kind of wants to shut down. I've for the last few nights, I've been falling asleep on the couch trying to watch TV, and then I'll sleep for 2 or 3 hours, and then wake up and try to go to bed and sleep, and then it gets to be a problem. Everybody's saying hello. Strange before it gets so busy. Very true. Hi, Miss Kim. How are you? How's weather up in your part of Arizona? Hi, Kathy. How are you doing? Enjoying those fall colors? That's the one thing I really miss, man. I really tried to soak in all of the scenery while I was up north with the leaves and just, all the different fall colors and the fall flowers that were in bloom. And you get down here to Florida and it's just like, um, well, I don't know if who all has or hasn't seen my pictures, but let's see. Where is the one that I use for my thumbnail? Let's see if we can do this one. Well, that's not me. Sorry. Oh, that's because I haven't added anything here. Hang on, guys. Trying to show you a little bit of what the campsite looks like where I'm at. Okay, so those are loading. I didn't do that earlier and I should have, I guess. Um, so I'm sorry. But anyway, you get down here to Florida and it's just like everything's green. And then every now and then you'll see a tree that is turning colors, but it they just turn brown. They don't really they're not pretty. It was pretty up there. Yes, I'm sure. 7-minute walk from Jib and Deb. We found a secluded spot, a little scary to get up, but not so creek. Well, I don't think that there's um anything like Soap Creek. Yes, it's behind the rocks. That road was pretty bad. It got sunny after left, and the leaves are close to peak now. Oh, naturally. Naturally. Summer sent me a photo. They have a beautiful scene across the road from them, like from their front porch. They have just the best view, best country view that you've ever seen. Um, you look across the field, and then back there, there's like a tree line and a house. And in the fall, it's gorgeous because all the trees are different colors. And there's one that turns a really pretty red. And I didn't get to see that before I left, but it's red now. And so Summer sent me a picture of it. And she hates Florida grass. And not fluffy. Yes. I hate the Florida grass too. I'm with you, Annie. There's Henry and Leanne. Hi. Are you guys still out camping or did you go home for a while? And when do you go again? That's a step too high. It was insane. But a beautiful view once we got parked. It really was pretty. It has to walk, yeah. It's not fun. Everybody's saying hi now. Oh, did Peter and Summer come? There's PJ. Hi. How are you? Hey PJ, did you send that see that one post on Facebook about a new campground um that they're going to be opening up in your hometown? I added your name to the post, so hopefully you got to see it. Varysburg, where PJ is from, is such a pretty, quaint little town. It's really very gorgeous. But there's a lot of little towns like that in New York, up in Western New York where they live, and I really enjoyed just seeing all the different little back home and won't be back out till end of January to head to Florida. All right. Well, at least you'll be inside nice and warm, so there's nothing wrong with that. You did get to see it? Good. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing wrong at all with being home. Well, like a campground. Peter and Summer have the best campground. That's very true. They do. I'm sure that they need a little of, I don't understand it. I don't know. I've had good signal. I've got 2 to 3 bars on my Starlink signal. Um, and let's see. Just real quick. And it's been doing fine until I get online. So 100 up. I'm sorry, 123 download and about 17 to 19 upload, which is a lot better than I've had in the past. So I'm not sure why it's doing this. Like 1 or 2 at Bell. Hi there, Daryl. Glad you could make it. Yeah, Florida, stay there, Shirley, aside from checkups. Not really. Seeing my kids more than anything. My youngest grandson, Evan, has their band is doing their field performance, uh, which will be the they've had their last football game of the year. So they're doing this show for friends and they got straight superior ratings across the board. So that's the first time since my grandkids have been going there that they've gotten straight superiors like that. So it was a really good year for the band. So Monday night, I'm going to see the show. And then on the 18th, they're going to be playing in state champion competition down at the Villages. I probably won't go to that because it would be quite a little drive for me to drive down there from where I'm going to be and then sit through all the performance and then drive back. It would be too long for me to be away from the dogs. So at least I get to see it while I'm here. And then I'm going to see the rest of my kids. I'm going to see Christian Friday. I'm going to see Stephanie on Saturday. And then Monday, I'll see Candace and then go to Evan's performance later in the evening. So, and I'm hoping I get to see my great granddaughter while I'm here. I've got a message out to my granddaughter. Hopefully, I'll get a chance to see her. Other than that, I'm sitting here for 2 weeks and I'd like to really do a deep clean on the trailer. I haven't done that in a while, just because I've been traveling so much. So I need to do a good dusting. I need to clean off the tops of my cabinets. I need to scrub my floors and um, vacuum down my screens that are getting dusty and just all that good stuff, just regular maintenance. Cleaning the house. Carla, 16 days there. All right. They will be there. Uh, I guess it's a lot in a 2 week period of time, but it is what it is. At least I get to see the kids, and then um, I'll be down there at Heart Springs, so I'll be about I don't know. I think it's about 2.5 hours from Jacksonville. But I'll be traveling home for Thanksgiving. Um, y- you know, doctor's appointments when I need to go and that sort of thing. So I'll still be back and forth to Jacksonville while I'm there. Deep cleaning in our next location, 2 month stay, finally. How long are you gonna be in Quartzsite? I'm gonna be at my next location for a little over 3 months. So and then I've got to figure out something for March, April, and May. So I'm going to be looking around while I'm down that way. Find a place. I've got some feelers out right now. I've got one place I'm going to be looking at for sure while I'm at Heart Spring. That's not too far from there. Um, at a good monthly rate and looks like a nice little resort area. It's a 55 plus resort area and it's like 500 a month, which is not bad for Florida. Um, but they do like monthly and they do annual rentals. So that's kind of a nice thing. And it sounds like they've got some nice amenities there. They've got a pool, they've got a lawn, um I think she said pickleball courts. I've never really played pickleball. I don't know that I'd be doing anything like that, but they've got a shuffleboard, and um they have nice patios, concrete pads, with the patio and a fire pit, which will be nice when family comes by. 70 degrees is nice. Not bad for November for sure. That's incredible weather. Let's hope it doesn't get too cold. Yeah. Leave here Tuesday, but we come back for 2 weeks for the Big Tent. Yeah. So busy, busy. Helping Jim. Good. They are very good people. Very good people. So I had a post up on Facebook, and Sharon posted that she's had her last appointment down there at the Berry Center. So I didn't get to chat with her a whole lot, but I'm hoping that they're doing well. Um, it sounds like they'll be moving probably back up, um, where they were before after they leave there. So uh, I know that she made a lot of progress while she was there. So I'd like to, hopefully they'll do a live. It would really be great to see them. Yeah. Aviv is the bariatric center that they were using down there in the villages, down down in here in Florida. Um, so that's where she was telling me that they're at. But I guess now that they're done there, they're going to be moving back up close to her son. They are great people for sure. So anyway, any more national parks on your board this week? Well, Cuyahoga. Um, I went to. I briefly visited the Indiana Dunes. So those were really the only two that I got to mark off. But at least I was there, and the Indiana Dunes would have been impossible for me to. Those dunes are really high there. I was really very surprised when we walked up to try to. I was trying to get to the beach area, but it was so ridiculously hot that day, and the pavement and the sand was just terrible. Couldn't take it on their feet. So we walked, I don't know, maybe halfway to the beach access, and then had to turn around and go back because it was just too much for the dogs. Let's swim on a few of these. Thank you, Henry. I appreciate that. So, is your RV port finished? Is it completed? I'm hoping before the weather gets windy. Hope you get it up. I've got this campsite that Daryl's that not far from Parker. So anyway, the campground that I'm at and the campsite is one of the best I've ever stayed in a state forest. Um, and the camping pad is just like it's ridiculously nice. It's very wide, so it takes 3.5 feet or so for my steps alone, and I've got almost as much room on the driver's side of the trailer as I have on the passenger side of the trailer. Not quite as much, but um, my whole slide is over concrete. Uh, so I'm really very pleased with it. And I could put the trailer back a little bit further, but I liked it where it is because of the picnic table that's at the end of the concrete pad. You can just kind of barely see it there. Here you can see it better in this one. So there's the table, and then behind the table there's a tent pad, and then there's even a little room further back. And then off to the left there is some benches and the fire pit, which is really very nice. So my family's supposed to come up while I'm here. We're going to grill out and have a campfire, and there's also um, a standing grill there to use. So it's really a very nice campsite. It's very long and very wide. Um, and I'm just not used to that. And I've got 50 amp of water. However, the water, I wouldn't recommend if anyone, if anyone watching this here, fill your water tank before you come, because the potable water is really nasty. It's like orange when it comes through the pipe. So I had to make sure and put my filter on the hose, and then even to make a cup of coffee, I run that water through the Berkey. I and then I today I even went to the store and bought drinking water. I never do that. I never do that. Had I known that the water was going to be that bad, I would have filled my water tank before I got here. But nonetheless, I didn't. So, but with it being filtered like it is, it's not bad to wash dishes and take a shower in, but it's still not anything I want to drink. So, oh, is that far from Parker? We have 6,000 watts of solar. That's incredible. Good for you. An hour north of Kingman. Yes, it is. It is a very gorgeous site, and the dogs have plenty of yard to go out and explore in. So it's really a great site. And near Parker. Sorry. Thanks, Ken and Carla. It is. It's really a very pretty site. And all of them are all of them have the same amenities, but this particular site is much more spaced out than the rest of them. Some of the other sites have some of the stuff behind the camping pad. whereas ours is just like all out here. It's like a big open living area. It's really great. Orange water, no way. Exactly. Exactly. So, um I didn't at first put my water filter on because usually in Florida parks it's not that bad. Um but when I saw that I was like, okay, gotta put the filter on because the filter that I use a lot of times really affects my water pressure. Um and it has affected my water pressure, which sometimes affects my hot water when I turn it on. It sometimes will work and sometimes won't, depending on what the water pressure is doing at the time. So it makes it a little bit hard when you have to filter the water that way. Sorry. Anyway, sounds good. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, it's like this is your first year there, right, Kim and Daryl? This is your first year, so got still some preparations and everything to do. But it'll be fun. It'll be interesting and challenging, and um, you'll feel really good after everything is over and done. And it had soft water for the laundry. That makes it nice. Helps your clothes get a little bit cleaner. So it's always nice to have. Um, Ken and Carl, remember, does Heart Spring have a laundry room? I got to try to figure out, do I need to drive 12 miles into town to do laundry before I go down there? Yes, first year. Yes, okay, good. So I can just wait till I get there. They do. Okay. Yay. That's nice to know cuz I don't like to drive that far just to do laundry if I don't have to. So, I have laundry. Sorry guys, that's what happens when it gets dark outside like this. I just can't do it. That's another amenity that this so Donna, you probably know about the place that I'm going to be looking at. It's called Southern Leisure RV Resort, and it's there in Chiefland. Have you ever been there to that one? Soft water with filter, that's nice. Oh, she sent me a picture. Okay. So Kim sent me a picture of their RV port. Let's see if I can open it up and show you guys real quick. Make it as big as I can. Wow, that new trailer looks pretty fancy. Can you guys see it? Isn't that pretty cool? Looks like they did a good job putting it together. Looks very nice. So, how do you like the new trailer? Are you really enjoying it? Because it's bigger than your other one, right? Whoops. And cute is it nice as the season. It's really started yet. Quiet, lots of room. That's good. I don't know. I never minded that laundry. Sorry, guys. It could be a little frustrating when it was really busy, and you had to wait a few minutes for a washer or a dryer. Donna's the RV park for sure. She is. We have nowhere to put it. Isn't that neat? I've seen it, but haven't been in. I stayed at Strawberry Fields in Shreveport last year. But also cheap. They're close together, so you can check them both out. Okay, Strawberry Fields. Sounds like a good one. I'll take a look at that online too. They did a great job. Yes, they're enjoying the room. Very nice. Very nice. Well, I'm sure you've had fun getting settled in and, making it your own, putting your own little touches and everything on it. That's always the fun part. I'm still trying to figure things out, especially air fryer slash convection oven, and it like took up one piece of my counter. So then I had to try to rearrange things and try to figure out where I was going to put stuff now that I normally set out on the counter when I'm set up. So I've had it in about three different configurations. You know how it goes, ladies. It takes a while to get these things. To where you feel like it's useful where it's at and where it looks good. Nathan and Tess, hi guys. I see you all are back home. So, hi there. Enjoying your home park now and all your family. I love seeing all your pictures of your family and everything. It's just so cool. Sounds like a girls' trip in Chiefland. Yeah, that would be fun. Hey, Name Tess. Think I have more room in the other rig. Oh, but don't get me wrong, I love this rig. Well, I always did like the layout of your older rig of Clark. Especially the kitchen. I loved the kitchen in that place. And then across from your bathroom where you've got all of that cabinetry for linens and towels and all kinds of things, and you had good storage space in your bedroom. I don't know, I think that particular design is hard um to beat. It was a good layout. Ar- has a good flea market. Oh, that's good. How did you hear that? But like you're in Arizona, how did you hear that Chiefland has a good flea market? Yes, we should have said storage. Yeah. I think it's a trade-off. No matter which rig you're in, you always like something better from the other one than the one you've got now, or vice versa. Um, but with me, after being in that 20-foot little Airstream, this kitchen, yeah, I don't think I could ever give up this kitchen. This kitchen has been phenomenal. And just being able to, walk around and have more space than that one little pathway that I had going through the little bitty trailer. So, yes, we are loving the family. I know you got to love the family. That's what I'm liking about being back here in Florida where I can see my kids and grandkids. It is hard to find it, Greg. It truly is. Chun- For sure. Channel on in Otter Creek, which is up the road from Chiefland. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Well, I'll watch out for the flea market then. Got the closest you could get, still struggling with the dining area. I think a lot of people struggle with that, Dawn. I don't think it's ever perfect. And in some ways, you don't sit there very often. It's kind of a waste of space. And um, even with me, I love that I have a bar and not a dinette, because it also gives me a workspace. I can do a lot of cooking and prepping up there. I can do crafts. I can do all kinds of things on this bar. Um, but yet sometimes I think, man, if that wasn't so big, you know, maybe if it was cut down to size as the rest of the cabinetry, but then I'd lose a lot of storage that's underneath of it. Uh, so it's kind of it's okay. I can live with it like it is, but because I do have other places to set people, um, or just to set up there and eat. But quite frankly, a lot of times I just sit with my TV tray and sit here across from a TV and eat. So, dining areas I think everybody struggles with that. You see all kinds of remodels for the dining area. Even Ken and Carla did theirs. So you're not alone in that respect. Yeah, what's the channel for the Otter Creek folks? That's a good question. Now he's got to think about it. So anyway, yeah, most people do. It's kind of nice to have some kind of a table in case you have another couple come over, um, to enjoy a meal together. If it's not nice enough to eat outside at a picnic table or whatever. Um, but how often does that? What the hails? I love that. Ah, he buys and sells units. Interesting. Oh, Ken and Carly, you guys need to talk to them. There you go. If you ever decide to sell your storage units, there you go. Maybe, although if he's in Florida, he may want one in Illinois. So anyway, so that's, I guess, all my big news of the week. They're doing a small storage area, making the theater seating longer. It depends as our island blocks extra reclining. Yeah, I guess I could see that. Huh. I would think there'd be enough room for a recliner to come out. Of course, you couldn't walk past it, I don't think, but might be a tad far. It might be. Thanks. I'm glad I made it home safely too. But, after the tire episode in New York, well, it was actually still in Ohio. I hadn't even gotten into the New York yard or Pennsylvania for that matter. Um, I had everything possible I could get done on the truck done, got brand new tires plus a brand new spare. Um, so, and I had good tires. I had new tires put on the trailer um, earlier this year. So I was pretty sure that I could make it. But it's a long trip from New York to Florida. So that's why I did it, stop someplace, say 2 or 3 days, and then go again. Um, I just don't do the long distances as quickly as I used to. Can't fit all four of us on it comfortably. All four of you. Yeah, um, you maybe should move your cabinets over where the couch is now and then get a different couch to put where at the end of the trailer there where your cabinets and everything are. That might be an option for you. That didn't pay the Oh, I see. And the storage unit manager said yes. I've seen the Storage Wars. Have you seen Storage Wars? Listen. Whoop. Hey, I was talking about you a while ago. Gwen had a concert tonight. How did it go? Was it just for her school, just there locally, not with other schools? I lose mine by 3 hours. Well, yeah, I don't like to drive more than 300 miles in a day. Um, there was, I think, only one destination that was a little bit over that, but I'm old and I have to stop and pee. Um, and then, get fuel, walk the dogs. So it just takes longer. It takes longer than what Google says. But I have to be able to get up and move around and walk and everything just for circulation in my legs and uh it just takes me longer than it used to. I'm older, so I just take it slower, but that's why I don't like to go more than 300 miles because I like to get where I'm going um, before it gets dark outside. I like to get there and get parked and get settled in before it's dark. And now that it gets dark at 5 o'clock, thankfully, I'm in Florida now, so I don't have to worry about it. I've got one more move. One more move to make, um, pretty much for the winter. So it won't be so bad now. And I don't have to deal with it too often. So I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Exactly what Ken said. Exactly. Good. It was good. It was good. What songs did they play? Is there one we would know? Uh, a song that they played? Three girls get the couch, and Kim has the floor. We will vote on that. Okay, there you go. I think he's outvoted. Sorry, Ken. It's winning. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Jump in line, Mr. Brightside. Okay. Well, that's good, Mr. Brightside. Nice. She's pretty darn good on that flute. Jump in the line is so fun. I don't know that I know that song. I've heard of Mr. Brightside, but anyway. So I guess that's all I've got to tell you guys tonight. I think that's enough. I'm just grateful to be here. And in a good spot for a little while longer, and then waiting to see my friends. All of my friends coming to Florida to see me. I can't wait for that. That's going to be exciting. Probably, I probably would. I don't know a lot of songs by title. Um, I just, I hear it on the radio and it sounds familiar. But I don't listen to music all that much anymore. So, a lot of the newer tunes I couldn't even tell you what they are. So, but anyway. Very glad you made it back. Yes, me too. Me too. That's very cool. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to see everybody. So I can't wait. It'll be so nice to have everybody together again. Um, and just have fun and enjoy each other's company. So looking forward to it. And I guess that's all I got to say tonight. And I will end this for now and talk to you guys next week. I hope everybody makes it through the cold winter blast that's coming next week, because it's supposed to get down to like 30 degrees here in Florida. 30, 30, 30. That's pretty cold. It's supposed to get down in the high 20s in the panhandle. So, yes, it does get cold in Florida. Anyone hear about Mobile Tech? I haven't talked to him this week. Has he had his surgery? Does anyone know? That's a good question, Don. Well, anyway, if y'all hear from him, let me know. And otherwise I'll just continue praying for his health. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. See you next week. Everybody have a good, safe week. First time my children saw snow was in Florida. Isn't that crazy? I've seen snow in Florida once. So, all right. Good night, you guys. Thanks for being here tonight.